Greetings everybody, my name is Ville Valo from a band called HIM from Helsinki, Finland, and at the moment you have the pleasure of enjoying Toasted.nl. Have fun and have more fun, and then the funnest, and then die. Later.
Ville Valo, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Good to be back here in sweet Amsterdam.
Playing the Paradiso.
Yes, usually. But the first time we played Amsterdam was the smaller side of Melkweg. But ever since that, it's been Paradiso. You know.
Which one's better?
Paradiso because, it reminds me of Bad Brains. I grew up listening to Bad Brains, the Youth Are Getting Restless. Their live album was recorded there, so that's one of the reasons that that's very special to me. And then the fact that it is church. So it's a very unusual place to play in. And still the acoustics are pretty good and all that. So in Amsterdam, it's a good party town. It was, back in the day when we started touring. It was so crazy.
Okay, there's a new album, Screamworks.
Yes.
Farewell, heartless world. I'll send you postcard birds. In the flames you tried so hard to extinguish with fear of failing. I'll write down everything I have learned and edit it down to a single word. Love, you, I waited until I played it.
Were people as shocked as you expected them to be when it was released?
Well, the album's just been out for a sec. So, for like, 3 weeks or something like that. So, I don't know, a lot of people like it, and I haven't met anybody who'd hate it. But then again, there's a lot of people who haven't bought it. So I guess that there are people who dislike the album and the band. So we'll see what happens. It's tough times for a rock band. Rock doesn't sell.
Yeah, you said that this album sounds more straightforward. And where have you been listening to when you were writing the songs?
Usually when working on an album, I don't listen to a lot of music, and neither does the band. It's there's no time. But so I guess more about stuff we have, they're embedded in our brains. All the classic Black Sabbath and Jane's Addictions and all that stuff. But then again, I think that the reason for it being more straightforward is the fact that that the album we did before, called Venus Doom, that was very complex in the world of HIM. It was for us a very progressive, weird, doomy, gloomy, surreal, experimental album. So I guess that it's very natural to do something a bit more direct and straightforward, just forward and in your face and all that. But I don't know.
Are you happy with it in the end, or would you do something different now?
Do something different. And I think it's a really, really good rock album, and I'm super disappointed if it doesn't do well, because I think, when it comes to a rock album being melodic, big choruses, a lot of hats off to the 80s, like Slash, and a lot of slashy guitar things and all that. I think it can get a lot better in that world. But if that's something that people are not interested in, then, fuck them.
Sparks will fly beneath the blue lights. Lazarus and Frankenstein. Babe, I'll be a flatliner for a whole killer. Little we die. I bought the best alive. For you, I'm open mind. Babe, I'll be a flatliner for a whole killer.
What's the best song?
This song called Katherine Wheel.
I was gonna ask you about that later, actually.
Oh right, yeah. It's just it's one of the songs that I like a song when you start working on a song that sounds good on an acoustic guitar, and it's a very simple song, and then all of a sudden we just get it right with the band, and it took a long time. It's a very simple song and a very short one, but it took us a long time to get it sound good, and I'm really happy with that one.
So where is it about?
Well, it's about several Catherines. Well, Katherine Wheel was a term for well, there's a lot of. It's tough to say. It's Katherine Wheel. You know, it's, on a level, it's about Catherine of Alexandria, Saint Catherine, who was supposedly they tried to kill her on a breaking wheel. They called it, like tied up on a wheel, and broke all her limbs. But then the wheel broke, and they, at the end of the day, they beheaded her. And all the religious art with Saint Catherine, she's always carrying a broken wheel with her, and that was just a torture method at the time. I don't necessarily believe in linearity of time, so I like the idea of a revolving motion. I like the wheel, because I think that, you know, what goes around comes around, and life in itself is kind of repetitious. And I just like the vibe of being tied to a wheel, and the wheel being life in essence, and being love, and being the emotions I can't control, the submissive nature of a relationship, and that's the Katherine Wheel. For me. So it's kind of a combination of a, you know, a torture method, which sounds kind of crazy, and then again it's a kind of me serenading the lady as a torture method. You know, it's very submissive. It's like, you know, it's not. I'm not into S&M, but on a poetic level, it's kind of S&M. But for me, it's a positive song. You know, it might have weird lyrics, but it's not. It's not, you know, I don't know how people see it.
Yeah, there's one sentence in it. It's like, in a world giving head to gun. What's that about? What does that mean?
Oh, right, that one. It's holding hands won't be enough in a world giving head to a gun. Well, for me, it means the fact that a lot of this kind of blue-eyed romanticism doesn't exist and won't, you know, can't kind of exist anymore, because people just want more extremes. The drugs are getting more extreme, TV is getting more extreme, violence is getting more extreme, the whole world is getting crazier and crazier by the day. So holding hands is not, it's not enough, because it seems that the world is committing a suicide and liking it, you know, sucking on a gun, filleting a gun. I just like the image of it. And, you know, it's about the kind of, the classic romantic, late 1800s, the way of thinking, thinking that emotion should rule, not the intellect. And you know, science doesn't matter, imagination is what matters, and I'm a daydreamer myself, so that makes me a romantic in the old school way, and it just feels that there's not a lot of space. There's a lot of expectations nowadays. People just want, you know, people just talk about careers and money and, you know, fucking recessions and whatever, and people don't talk enough about flowers and sunshine and the rain and art and colors.